Hey everybody, just a follow-up video following up on the November 2024 Heritage Signature Auction recap I just posted. As was mentioned in the comments there, I forgot to talk about the John Romita Sr. Wolverine Concept Sketch that Heritage had, which is funny because I had it as the thumbnail for my preview of the Heritage auction. So it was something I'd already talked about how much I loved it, and how excited I was to see where it ended up. And in the middle of all of that, in the middle of actually getting, if you've seen that Heritage recap video, you'll notice that I got distracted by a few lots that I hadn't seen in the preview, and in that process had just like literally probably deleted the tab that had the completed auction for this one in it. And so I forgot to mention it. But I thought it was such an important lot, such a cool lot, that I should talk about it a little bit. And so here I am with a short video following up on that one. Hopefully you don't mind. So when I was doing the preview, which was 3 weeks ago now, something like that, it was already at $120,000, which I thought was a fine start. But I was hoping that it would sell for, 500,000 or $1 million or whatever. Like a lot of people, actually just a lot of people in general, but people my age who grew up on Byrne X-Men and Frank Miller's Wolverine, and then the Wolverine ongoing series, and just like he was the center of the Marvel Universe in a lot of ways. I mean, Spider-Man is, but you know what I mean? He was like 1A and 1B. He was the 1B character for a long time. I mean, he remains huge, obviously, but at that time in the 1980s, it was Wolverine, Punisher, and Spider-Man. So I love the character. I look back at this era, and I just think it's like so formative for the way that we look at comics these days. And I look at an artifact like this, and I'm just amazed that it still exists, and that we're fortunate enough to see it come up for sale. I was hoping it was at $120,000. I was hoping that it would sell for, like I said, 500,000 or $1 million or something like that. And in fact, if you look at there's a note where in the auction description where they're offering to give 10% of the final bid to the American Red Cross Hurricane Relief Fund, and they would give 50% of any bid over $1 million to the American Red Cross Hurricane Relief Fund. So there was some thought somewhere that this could sell for $1 million. It did not. It sold for $240,000, so that'd be $200,000 plus buyer's premium, which is, disappointing in a way, because I think there were a lot of people that kind of expected this thing could be magical, but also it's an unpublished sketch, a character sketch, and so you're paying for the history and the novelty of it, because a lot of these things like don't come up for sale. But it's different than paying for a published page, that has a more defined history and a more defined value. I'd be interested to see it. I don't want to see this flipped anytime soon, but I actually would be interested to see what happens when it resells, because I feel like it just could have done better. It should have done better. It was that kind of special to me. But, it is what it is. And, I just wanted to jump back in real quick and give you my take on this historic kind of iconic piece of art. Thanks. I'll be back. Like I said, I'll be back next week with a full-length video on a Comic Connect event auction, finishing out 2024. And, I hope to see you there. Thanks.